Taylor. Maybe Jaws had more highlights in the game. I don't know, but it seemed like he really controlled this game every second he was on the floor. What was your approach? What was your reaction to his approach to the game?
I mean, he was phenomenal tonight. I thought his mentality coming to the game, he set a tone. I thought his just presence was felt from the very beginning. Offensively, the pace, we knew that was a big factor tonight against the Bucks, with their length and their size defensively. I mean, a triple-double in all forms and fashions. Stellar play, highlight plays, discipline plays. This was an unbelievable performance by him after, difficult last two games. Could easily, this group, especially with the injuries and the depth and all that stuff, he rose to the occasion. I thought the rest of the group, 7 guys in double figures, pretty much everyone on the roster plus minus, was a net positive. Contributions up and down the lineup. But obviously he set a tone and the rest of the group kept bringing it. I thought he brought them along great.
Taylor, before this game, you lose arguably probably two of your best communicators on the defensive end in Marcus and Dez. How were you able to have what looked like a better defensive performance today?
Yeah, man, it was the group. They rose to the occasion. Obviously, I think I said before the game, we know what we've been struggling with defensively to hold the Bucks to under 100 points. That's not an easy task. Obviously, Giannis, a stellar player. Damian Lillard, a stellar player. And, we try our best on Giannis. He makes it really tough on you, the force that he plays with. And, just really limiting Dame was a big focal point tonight. And I thought, Jaylen Wells set a tone there. Scottie Pippen set a tone. Different guys that ended up having to be switched on to him. Our bigs, contesting him at the rim or out on the perimeter. It was just a group effort. The communication was phenomenal. I kept telling the guys to be relentless all night with our communication, our discipline, our pace, whatever the situation presented, just be relentless, carry that mentality. And the guys definitely did it for 48 minutes, and I'm very proud of them.
Taylor in the back. Obviously, the rotations have been a big topic of conversation. I don't think until the game got out of hand in the third quarter, there was a point where neither Ja nor Jaren were on the floor tonight, especially after losing Dez and Marcus. Was that a key focal point for you?
Yeah, we definitely had to adjust our, rotations tonight. Switched up Ja playing 2 stints. A little bit longer stints, knew that we were going to need him tonight. He's been building up for this. This has been kind of part of our plan as, been rolling out. Obviously, missed a game a couple of nights ago, and this has been 6 and 9. So to see how he responded, play with great pace, and then from a group effort to be able to, they were still under 30 minutes. We're still trying to build them up and all that stuff. But luckily, we were able to save some minutes at the end, that you can just bank in the future. But, him and Jaren staggering them throughout the game. I think they're maybe in a small stretch where they were out. We got to clean some of that up. Some of our turnovers definitely hurt us, allowed them to get outscored 30 points, and only holding them to 99. That's something we got to clean up. Obviously, Ja can orchestrate a lot. When he's not on the floor, we got to clean that up a little bit right now.
All right, Taylor, can you just speak to Jaylen Wells' comfort level? He got to start tonight as a rookie. What did you see from his performance tonight?
For a rookie, I've said it multiple times, just plays with extreme confidence. He understands he's got to make a mark on the defensive side. He and I have talked about that multiple times. And to go up against one of the best guards in the game, and the effort that he had, the discipline to show his hands, going over screens, I didn't really see many mistakes at all. He played a really disciplined game, made everything tough, the physicality. And then on the offensive side, he just plays within himself. He plays within the offense. He's playing within our principles. He's running the floor. He's not hesitating and, airtime decisions to let it fly, knocking down shots. This has just been a big progressive buildup for him. And the biggest thing that's really stood out to me is just his ability to guard one-on-one. And that's why he got the opportunity tonight. I thought he did a great job.
Hey, Coach, in the first half, I think your 2 point guards only had 1 combined turnover between the 2, and it seemed like optically the offense looked like it flowed better. Why did the offense flow so much better, other than the obvious they made shots?
We didn't turn it over. You kind of gave me the answer there. We played fast. Scoring 40, I think that's our first 40-point quarter in the season. Multiple guys pushing it, running without the ball, kick-aheads, whether it was hockey assists. Obviously those guys, Ja, how gifted he is as a playmaker, and then, Scottie coming along as a playmaker, and, just improving playing in tight spaces, but in the open court, drives and all that, I think he's doing a really good job. And then it's just collective. We had that small pocket there, I think, in that third where it just got really sloppy, maybe some fatigue settling in. We just got to get a little bit better organized. We're trying to play fast, and we're having some runs, and then a couple just lapses there, turns into a layup, and then we're just pressing, in those situations. But overall, I thought in the first quarter, first half in general, it was a collective effort to take care of the ball. And we're not talking about it. This is what you got to do. We want to play fast. We make the simple reads, and we got to clean up when it does happen. But I think for the most part, our guys did a great job.
Taylor, so Jake Laravia, double-double off the bench, multiple assists, multiple steals. he's a guy that hasn't had the chance to play with Ja and Jaren over the past 2 years until now. How have you seen him kind of settle into this complementary role alongside those guys?
Yeah, I mean, we've been learning a lot about Jake over the last, year or two, and especially, in this small sample size of games. He's been thrust at the 4, certain times just based off our depth. Playing him at the 3 a little bit more the last couple games, I think allows him to, play with his strengths, his size, his offensive rebounding. I think he's doing a great job running the floor, moving without the ball. Shots will fall in time because I think he's a great floor spacer and mover without the ball. Defensively, I think he's doing a great job just being really disciplined, going over the guys that needs to go over, his foot speed, playing with physicality. But, his ability to win these 50-50 balls for us, especially at that 3 spot, has been huge for us. We got the 2 bigs, trying to clear out the paint. He's coming in swarming on the defensive side, getting rebounds over Giannis tonight, or if it's on the offensive side, being one of our crashers, regardless of who he's playing with. But having guys like that, when we're going to lean into John and Jaren right now for, I don't know how long, you need guys having that mentality. We just talked about Jaylen. You talk about Jake. That's really important for us moving forward.
On Jaylen again, for him to kind of get opportunity incrementally from the summer all the way up to now as a starter, playing more than 30 minutes, what does it do for a young player when he's able to take advantage of something like that so soon in his career?
I don't want to answer for him. Hopefully, confidence is an easy word to say, but it allows him to just, learn the game quicker. Just more opportunities. That's the best teacher of the game is the game itself. And I think he's really showcased whether it's in the moment. I remember there's preseason moments. He was having those rookie moments, picking up fouls or getting beat or kind of looking around. But then he watches the film. He takes the feedback from his teammates or the coaches, and he immediately corrects it. And that's like really one of the most impressive things that I've seen from him. A lot of it applies to the defensive side. Offensively, fell in love with him because we knew he was going to fit into our movement patterns. He's got that skill set and IQ, and he's got that shooting ability. But for a young guy, just seeing that consistency early on, hopefully that's just building confidence moving forward for him.
Hey, Taylor, just up the back. Have you ever seen a player do a lob off the ground for an alley-oop? And if so, how did this one compare? And if not, what was going through your mind when it happened?
I don't know. I think there was maybe 3 or 4 defenders swarming around him, and there was a guy popping to the 3, on the wing to the corner, and then just some ounce of me just said, is there going to be a lob that happens here? Because I could just see Ja dialing it up, and I think he found, was it Santi on the lob? I think he found Santi again. Those guys have great connection, but we know Ja is so gifted, and in those situations he's got unbelievable creativity, ingenuity. That's definitely one that I think should be on SportsCenter highlight tonight. Great, thanks everyone.